Deep in the remote Carpathian Mountains of Romania, travelers frequently report a single, warm orange light glowing from the peaks. It originates from the top floor of the Ash Window Hotel, a building abandoned without electricity or accessible roads for nearly a century. Official records indicate the hotel was lost in 1934. During the event, investigators described a thick plume of mist and smoke rising from the dense pine forests, completely obscuring the valley. When the smoke cleared, the scene inside defied physical laws. Fire investigators found dozens of victims dead, yet none of the bodies showed signs of thermal damage. Every person sat peacefully in chairs, their bodies oriented toward a single upstairs window that remained untouched by the heat. A firefighter who entered the hotel that night recorded a specific observation in his report. He noted that the fire seemed to act as a containment field, effectively sealing a presence within the building rather than consuming the structure itself. In 2024, paranormal investigator Ryan Cole led a documentary crew into the restricted valley. Their goal was to use modern sensors to verify if any of these historical anomalies could still be measured in the ruins. By cross-referencing their recovered audio and video logs with historical records, we can reconstruct a timeline of the events leading to Ryan's disappearance and the physical nature of the hotel. As the crew ascended to the third floor, sound engineer Emma Brooks captured a series of background frequencies that shouldn't have existed in a silent building. These recordings contain the rhythmic sounds of vintage leather suitcases rolling across a floor and the muffled social activity of a busy lobby. These acoustic events occurred in real time, synchronized with the crew's own movements through the ruins. The simultaneous occurrence of modern and historical sounds suggests that the ruin structure and a fully operational 1930s hotel occupy the same physical space. Researchers refer to this temporal overlap as the dual state theory. Historian Victor Marin discovered that this overlap extends to the building's geometry. He found a significant discrepancy between the physical hotel and the official documentation from the 1930s. This technical schematic shows a structural void where room 307 stands today. According to these blueprints, the hotel was only 2 stories tall. The entire third floor is a spatial impossibility that exists in the ruins but was never officially built. Local mountain guide Adrian Popescu linked these anomalies to ancient folklore about a doorway between 2 worlds, located on this specific ridge. The hotel was unwittingly constructed directly over this existing dimensional tear. This evidence suggests the Ash Window Hotel acts as a physical skin covering a rift. The 1934 fire failed because it only targeted the wood and glass, leaving the underlying dimensional anchor untouched. When Ryan Cole entered room 307, the rift began a process of reflection mimicry. As Ryan approached the window, a duplicate on the other side moved first, effectively hijacking Ryan's physical motor functions and forcing his body to match the copy's movements. While the crew saw a normal mirrored room with their own eyes, Chloe's camera recorded the actual state of the rift. Digital sensors often bypass the cognitive filters that shape human perception in these environments. The comparison is stark. On the left, the human eye sees a furnished 1930s suite. On the right, the digital sensor reveals the reality, an empty black void, where pale, elongated hands are actively reaching through the window frame toward the crew. These mechanical interactions show that the window functions as a predatory threshold. By mimicking the expected behavior of the reflection, the anomaly brings victims into physical contact with the glass, allowing the presence on the other side to initiate a replacement. As the dimensions fully synchronized, the ruined floor became indistinguishable from the 1930s hotel. These figures in period clothing crossed the hallway and passed through the crew, existing as solid, visible entities within the third-floor corridor. Ryan Cole eventually chose to re-enter room 307 alone. Witnesses state he spoke with 2 distinct voices, his own and a deeper, ancient tone, before being pulled backward into the darkness beyond the black curtains. Immediately after Ryan was taken, the hotel reverted to its ruined state. The lights and the guests vanished, leaving the 4 remaining crew members trapped in the burned shell of the building until they found a way out. One segment of uncorrupted footage remains from the camera Ryan was holding. In it, Ryan's hand presses against the glass from the inside, causing the pane to vibrate as he attempts to communicate through the rift. Lip-reading experts analyzed the silent movement of Ryan's mouth in these final frames. He clearly mouths 3 words: "Don't check in." While the Romanian government has permanently sealed the valley, the doorway remains active. The orange light continues to shine from the ruins during heavy fog, a sign that the presence in room 307 is still standing at the window, waiting for new witnesses to look back.